Live from across the tri-states, this is KHQA This Morning. It's your news now.
Kristen Aguirre, though, joins us live from the Quincy Fire Department this morning.
Yeah, it's always fun doing that. I mean, they're a good group of guys. Kristen, what's going on?
Good morning. So they're there on the scene of any kind of an emergency. They're always there when we call, and we're talking about the Quincy Fire Department. And this morning, we're going to get an inside look to what it's like when they show up to the scene of a fire. You're watching KHQA This Morning.
Kristen Aguirre out and about in the tri-states this morning.
What's going on, Kristen?
Now, since 1977, more than 4,000 firefighters have given their life on-duty fatalities during a fire. So this morning, we are getting a sneak peek into what these firefighters face every time they go to the scene of a fire. So with me now is Michael Day from the Quincy Fire Department. So what is it like to, I know it's probably a normal thing for you, but you guys really do put your life at risk every time you come to work.
Yeah, I don't know if it ever really gets normal. Every time the toner goes off, there's a lot of nerves that, that kind of kick in, adrenaline and excitement and that type of thing. Obviously, firefighting, interior structure firefighting is very, very dangerous. And so one of the most beneficial trainings that we can do here at the fire department is live burns. And so that's kind of what we're going to do today. We're going to show you what doing a live burn is like.
And so what is the process like? We just what are we going to be burning and everything?
Well, we have a burner here at the Quincy training facility. We have what we call a couple burn rooms. We have one main burn room where we'll be working today, and it's the room where we give a little bit of a fire behavior class, and it really helps firefighters understand the conditions that they'll be dealing with inside. So.
Now, do you really understand what kind of conditions you'll be facing? I know you tell them, but is it not until you show up where you really understand it?
Yeah. Every situation is different. No two fires are the same, but again, the more training that we do, the better that we understand, and we can kind of predict how that fire is going to behave and how we should react to it.
All right, well, this morning I'm going to get a little sneak peek into that class. I got fitted for my suit already, and coming up next, we'll be talking about gear.
Very cool.
Yeah. Another person big up and at 'em in the big city of Quincy is Kristen Aguirre.
Yeah, she is with the Quincy Fire Department. What's going on, Kristen?
Wait. Did you say another big person that's up and at 'em? Mel, should I be offended? Just kidding. Well, we are live here at the Quincy Fire Department, and they're always there when you need an emergency call, and they're always there to be there when you guys need them, and we are showing an inside look to their life this morning. So first thing we're going to be talking about is gear.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about all this.
Every time we go into a fire, we obviously have to wear the protective gear. We have the coat, the pants, the helmet, the face piece, the air pack. And we're looking at an average of 40 to 60 pounds of extra gear that we wear, besides obviously our own body weight that we're carrying around. With the coats and the pants, it's kind of like putting 3 coats and 3 pants on at one time. There's 3 layers here. There's an inside thermal layer. There's a moisture barrier in the middle, and the outside protective shell. The protective shell has to have, the testing goes through, it has to stand 17 seconds of direct flame impingement with the flame being right on it before the shell is compromised.
Okay.
So, but with all this, it's something we all put on. Wintertime, you go into a fire, it's just like being in summertime. You start sweating right away. It's something that in the summertime, obviously, it's just that extra heat that we have to be careful of with the firefighters being inside. And having the gear on, it definitely makes you hot. So
Right.
It's something we have to be careful of.
Well, I'm definitely going to try this gear on this morning. Now, I got fitted for a suit here, and let me tell you, just the jacket and the pants are extremely heavy. But coming up a little bit later in the show, we're going to go ahead and put this on and go into the burn room.
You can imagine with
This morning, Kristen Aguirre out at the Quincy Fire Department this morning.
yeah, some of Quincy's bravest. What's going on, Kristen?
Good morning. Since 1977, more than 4,000 firefighters have given their lives battling fires. And this morning, we're giving you an inside look into kind of what they go through and what they see when they arrive on scene. So now is Michael Day from the Quincy Fire Department. So what are we going to be showing everyone right now?
This is going to be our SCBAs, which stands for self-contained breathing apparatus. You're going to be wearing one of these, and this is probably about the most important piece of equipment that we have for interior structure firefighting. So a couple important parts about it. We have a backpack assembly. That way, you know, our hands are free to actually work and that type of thing. We have the air tank on back. This is not an oxygen tank, okay? It's the air that we breathe now, and it's only about 21% oxygen. A lot of people think it's an oxygen tank, but we have the air tank, and we call that a 30-minute bottle. You're probably not going to get 30 minutes out of it. But after that, we have a couple different regulators here, a first and a second stage regulator. The air is put into this bottle at about 2,216 psi, which is not comfortable to breathe. And so these regulators actually knock that pressure down to a more breathable pressure. Then you have your mask, and that's what this regulator here connects to. That's kind of like the straw that helps you get the air out of that bottle into your face piece.
Okay. So we showed everyone a little bit about the gear. Now you guys wear almost how much in weight?
Depending on, you know, what style of gear that you have, what style air packs and stuff like that, you can have anywhere from 40 to 50 pounds.
Wow, extra while you guys are in there battling
and
bruises.
that's because of newer technology.
Right.
Just a few years ago, when the bottles were made of steel, and you know, and some people still have those, it was a lot heavier.
Wow. All right, well, coming up a little bit later in the show, I am actually going to put this gear on, and we're going to go inside that burn room.
That'll be a must watch.
She is over with the firefighters in Quincy this morning.
Yeah, talking about what a big job it is to be one of Quincy's bravest. Kristen?
Good morning, guys. I'm live here at the Quincy Fire Department, and coming up right now, we are going to go inside and we're going to get firsthand what it's like to be a firefighter. So, we have Jerry Smith here who's going to go ahead and take it away.
Kneel down. All right, they're going into the burn room right now, and as you can see, when we open up the door, the smoke's rolling out the door. And what we tell everybody is to crawl low, because you can see it's a little bit clearer down low in the smoke. You can see the flames back through the smoke. And if you go up on the smoke, you can kind of see the thermal layering, and you can see right here about eye level where the heat and the smoke are the most intense, and down low it's a little bit clearer. Now up above, the fire gets burning hotter, and it's a free burning fire, and the smoke is all unburned particles. What they did is they took their glove off and they raised their hand up, and they can see the heat difference in the room from being down on the floor and then up further in the room. And again, the smoke is just the unburned particles, and we can tell by the smoke whenever we pull up to a fire the conditions of the fire, what may be burning inside the house, inside the structure, and with the color of the smoke, what stage the fire is in, whether it's flashed over in the room or the fire is free burning in the house.
You want to head back out? Yeah. Oh, it is definitely extremely hot in there. It's only in there for what, maybe a minute 30. We're coming up a little bit later in the show. We're going to continue to show you firsthand what it's like to be a firefighter. And I can definitely tell you, just for a minute being in there, you are definitely earned the title Quincy's bravest.
Wow. That's really, really, really cool. In Quincy, and it takes a brave soul to do that.
Yeah. Very cool stuff already this morning. What's going on, Kristen?
Good morning, guys. Yeah, we're live here at the Quincy Fire Department's Training Center, and we are giving you an inside look to what it's like to have the inside of the life of a firefighter. Earlier, we went into the burn room. We were standing below. It was extremely hot. And like I said, they definitely earned the title Quincy's bravest. Now we're going to go in here. Michael Dave's going to take it over and talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing.
Okay, so again, as you see, as they enter, very, very smoky. You can't really see much of what's going on, and that's very realistic. Once we introduce air into the environment, you'll start to see that the fire will kind of show itself a little bit. You can see the glow down at the bottom. Now, what Kristen is using is a hose line that's off of what we call hydrant pressure. She's just hooked up to a hydrant, but obviously in a real fire, we have to connect this to the engine, and there's a lot more pressure on it. But again, we got a knock on the fire. You can tell because the whole room darkened down. The smoke changed a little bit. Starts to lighten up, and the velocity of the smoke changes a little bit also. So again, just like Jerry said earlier, we can tell what's going on when we pull up to a scene based on the smoke. And once guys are inside and they actually get water on the fire, we can also see a difference in the smoke that way too. Jerry Master's in there with her because again, carrying that hose line is a job in itself. Moving that hose line around is a job in itself. And again, once she opens the nozzle up, to get water, there's a lot of pressure that'll kick back on her. So firefighting for some rural departments and that type of thing is a one-person operation just because they don't have the manpower. But for us, we get as much help as we can get. So here they come. How was it?
It was awesome. It's so hot in there, and I cannot believe you guys battle that every time you guys go out. Well, with more details on what firefighters do coming up a little bit later in the show. I need a break. Whew.
You can't get much closer to what they have to do than what Kristen's doing this morning.
Aguirre, who's out at the Quincy Fire Department's training center this morning. She's actually donned firefighting gear. What are you up to now, Kristen?
Good morning. Well, all morning we have been live here at the Quincy Fire Department giving you an inside look into what their life is like because they are always one of the first emergency teams on scene of an accident or a fire. And to see what we've been doing all morning, make sure you check out our YouTube page or visit connecttristates.com because they actually went into the burn room, and let me tell you, it's very intense. So firsthand, what is it like to kind of put your life on the line every time you guys come to work?
Well, it's a rewarding job. You know, when somebody's having the worst day of their life, you know, we get to go and try to make that a little bit better for them and help them out. So it's a rewarding job. It's something, you know, we're honored to get to do.
This is Jerry Massey of Jerry Smith next. What about you? How do you feel?
I think it's something that it's a good feeling to know that if someone needs help, we're the people they call, and we're the ones that get to make their day better.
Michael Dade?
Like these guys said, it's an honor, you know, but it's also exciting because every day is different. So.
Well, they have definitely earned the title, Quincy's Bravest. Now, also on our Facebook wall, we're asking what other occupations you feel unnoticed. Went ahead and asked the guys here, so what do you guys think?
I think our local volunteer departments, you know, other fire departments, Tri-Township, Basin, Liberty, all those local volunteers out there.
I would have to say the EMTs and paramedics with the ambulance service.
Because those two took good selections. I would say the support services, the Salvation Army, the Red Cross, you know, they're really behind the scenes, and a lot of people don't see them until their worst day, you know, and so they don't give as much respect as they deserve.
Now, it's definitely an intense position to have, but you guys definitely are very close, and there are a lot of favorite things I'm sure you guys have. And we'll go ahead and ask that question, and we'll post it on YouTube. So for more information on the Quincy Fire Department, make sure you check out our website at connecttristates.com.
Well, the Tri-States are